Hi everyone and welcome to TookFun. I think you must be familiar with robot vacuum cleaners. Under today's fierce competition, many manufacturers continue to introduce robot vacuum cleaners that can automatically collect dust or wash their mops by themselves. Xiaomi recently released a multifunctional robot vacuum and mop cleaner, which solves the two problems of automatic dust collection and automatic mop washing. Now, let's have a look! This robot follows Xiaomi's minimalist design style as always. The base station is a bit similar to previous Xiaomi Robot Vacuum Cleaner Pro, but this base station looks taller. In addition to having two water tanks, there is also the dustbin has been added. The robot still has the same old round body with an AI visual eye, and a stereo sensor have been added to identify obstacles more accurately. Using the same way as before, we first connected the robot to the app. After connecting to the app, let's look at one of the most important functions of the vacuum robot cleaner, which is mapping. Through the infrared camera, we can see that the laser scans the room really quickly and help the robot to get familiar with the environment. At the same time, we can see its cleaning road and time on the app. We are very interested in this new eye. To understand its actual function, we first tested it for obstacle avoidance. The test results show that except for transparent objects and dense wires, it can perfectly bypass all test items, which quite surprised us. In daily cleaning, if the robot encounters an object, the camera will scan it first so as to bypass it in advance, instead of bumping it first and then recognizing and bypassing it like other robot vacuum cleaners. Now let's talk about sweeping ability. The common garbage such as melon seeds, shells, pins and hair can be basically cleaned up by Xiaomi multifunctional robot vacuum and mop cleaner. The results of testing on carpet are basically the same. In fact, the robot with 2000 PA suction power is enough to manage the daily cleaning needs at your home. Excessive suction power will increase the power consumption and reduce life of the robot's battery. During the cleaning, we also found out that Xiaomi multifunctional robot vacuum and mop cleaner won't get the garbage stuck in the main brush slot like the previous robots. The reason is that the tape on the edge of the main brush is disconnected, and there are two iron wires on the card slot which can prevent hair from entanglement. Thumbs up for this design! But when the hair is entangled with the brush, the silicone brush will be cleaned more easily than the hair brush.
Next, let's take a look at the result of dust collection. The result of dust collection is good, and there is basically no residual garbage in the dust box after the first time of cleaning.
Now let's take a look at the mopping ability. We made the same coffee stains, ketchup and marker scribbles, then cleaned them with a double spin mop and a flat mop and compared the results. After a few times of mopping, I found out that double spin mop is much better than the flat mop. However, when the vacuum cleaner is mopping the floor with a double spin mop in strong mode, it will splash water everywhere and leave water stains on the floor after it dries. And we did a large stain test. Although the surface is clean after mopping, you will hear some kind of a sticky sound when you step on it. This is not the most annoying thing. The point is that the bottom of the robot will all get the stains, and this will not be cleaned during the mop cleaning and still have to be cleaned manually. So I suggest that if you clean in wet stains, the area shouldn't be too large. After mopping the floor, the robot will return to the station to automatically clean its mops.
We soaked the mop in the coffee for 30 minutes. Let's look at the result of the mop after being washed by the machine. In order to compare the cleaning result more obviously, we also manually cleaned the mop.
The vacuum cleaner also has a drying function. It's quiet when drying and it dries for 2 hours by default. Let's take a look at the result of drying. In addition to these basic functions, Xiaomi multifunctional robot vacuum and mop cleaner has some other design highlights. It has the function of intelligent automatic water replenishing to the mop. The robot itself does not have a water tank. During the mopping process, the robot will automatically determine whether the mop needs to be soaked. If the mop needs to be soaked, the machine will return to the station to start replenish water to the mop. The robot has added a remote control function which increases the flexibility of cleaning. The mop will lift up when it encounters the carpet or wet secondary soiling. The newly developed special cleaning agent will have a faint fragrance after mopping the ground and can effectively suppress the odor of the sewage tank. Moreover, many functions such as setting restricted areas and mopping mode can be set and adjusted in the MIJIA app. I won't show it in detail here. If you are interested, you can explore it by yourself after purchasing. It's pretty easy to use. I have been using Xiaomi multifunctional robot vacuum and mop cleaner for a while now, and this new model really brings some new experiences. We also found out some problems. The multifunctional robot vacuum cleaner has a workflow of its own. Before executing the mopping command, the robot will simply clean the mop at the base station, which is no problem. But as long as I pause during the cleaning process when it continues to mop the floor or selects the area to mop the floor, the robot will return to the base station and clean the mop again. It seems a bit unwise and really time wasteful.
When the robot sweeps and mops the floor, it will have a gap about 5 cm from the wall.
Besides, after washing the mop, drying stains will form on the bottom of the base station, which should be cleaned manually after use. EcoX and RubberX multifunctional robot vacuum cleaners had already achieved human-computer interaction. Right now, this robot vacuum cleaner from Xiaomi can't interact with humans, and it needs to be woken up by smart speakers.
小爱同学，启动扫地机器人。
启动啊。
I believe that his next generation will introduce the future and maybe also support the function of automatic water filling. Finally, let's compare the price of robot vacuum and mop cleaner from Xiaomi and other brands. As you see, Xiaomi deserves to be representative of high-cost performance. Well, if you like this video, remember to press the like button, subscribe and leave a comment for more information about smart home products. This is TookFun, see you next time!